Welcome back, guys. My name is Daniel, one half of the Kwak Brothers. And if you're watching this video, you either watched the last video where it connects with this one. If you want to check that video out, I talk about what I do on an every single day basis, what my schedule looks like, what I do every single day. Again, this is kind of an exercise I like to call IPA, where it's things that I did between the ages of 20 when I was eating out of a dumpster, negative $187 in my bank account, to 23 when I actually closed on a $1.5 million real estate deal, and I ended up becoming a millionaire that day. And obviously there are things that I did during those 3 years that helped me get from there to there, right? So I call this exercise IPAs, and this is literally the exercise that teaches you habits and things to do every single day so you're always moving forward. And you know what? That's what they said about John Maxwell. John Maxwell actually wrote over 100 books in his lifetime. And I remember hearing a story, or I think I was reading an article about, like, John, like, how did you write all those books, right? How did you write all those books? And John literally said, I woke up and part of my daily habit was I just wrote every single day, right? I just wrote every single day. Whether it was Christmas, Thanksgiving, I woke up early in the morning and I just spent time writing every single day. And I don't even think it was that much. Like, he's literally just said, like, I, wrote like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 pages every single day, which, I mean, if you do the math, guys, right? I'm like, take out my phone here and even just do the calculations for you. Let's say he just wrote 3 pages a day. Now, John Maxwell says and claims that he's written for over 40 years, right? So ever since he probably was like in his early 20s, he started writing, right? So let's just use the number 40, right? So let's say we got 3 pages times 365 days. That's 1,095 pages. And if we multiply that by 40, that's 43,800 pages. And if we divide it by 100, that's 438 pages. Now, obviously, a book that has 438 pages is a larger book, right? It's not a huge book, but it's a larger book, right? Like, I think this book right here, Extreme Ownership, it's got 282 pages. Right, 282 pages. So that means John Maxwell had over 100 of these, right? That's 438. This is only 282 pages. So, that's just the power of doing something every single day. And of course, Jim Rohn says success is nothing more than a few habits practiced every single day. So let's get to this exercise. Let's find your habits that you can do every single day so you can become successful, whatever your goal is. So for those of you that watched the last video, again, if you want to see the video, the link is in the description. I talked about how you should start. This exercise starts with writing 5 to 10 things that you are extremely grateful for. Now, the reason why we do that is because we want to start off every exercise, every word with momentum. And again, this exercise is not originally mine. Somebody got, a very good friend of mine by the name of Justin Prince showed me this, and I think he got it from John Maxwell's material. So write 5 to 10 things right now. Feel free to pause the video. Write 5 to 10 things you're extremely grateful for, and I'll give you a second to go ahead and do that. Pause the video if you like, but go ahead and write those things down. All right, so once you have written those things down, 5 to 10 things, I want you guys to write 50 things. That's right, you heard me. 50 things, right? 50 things, yeah, that you want to get accomplished in your life, whether that's literally tomorrow or you want to do that today, or if you want to do it 30 years from now, right? So let me go ahead and give you some questions to start you off, right? What's your dream car? What type of income do you want to be making 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What type of house do you want to live in? What type of relationship do you want to have with your kids? Where do you want to go travel, right? 50 things, guys. And here, I've got mine right here in this little nifty journal. And I'll go ahead and read off some of the things that I have written down among my 50 things. So I wrote, let's see. Oh, I want to own the Chicago Bulls, right? I absolutely want to own the Chicago Bulls. I want to be able to get to at least 6% body fat. So right now I'm at about like 7% body fat. Another fitness thing. I want to weigh 163 pounds at minimum 6% body fat. I want to have at least 100 kids helped in the ghetto, right? So I live in the Chicagoland area, and obviously Chicago, we have a very, very, we have a tough issue with the ghetto and gangs and shootings and violence, especially in the South Side. So I want to help at least 100 kids in the ghetto start a business or get a job. That's what I want to do. Um, I want to buy a Tesla, right? And I want to give at least $10,000 to a charity that I absolutely love. And the charity is called Camp Morin, and they help with youth group kids. And a lot of them have suicidal needs, and not disturbing, but they have troubled and challenged family life right back home. So I absolutely love that camp, bringing a lot of people to Jesus. And if you want to go ahead and donate, it's gocampmorin.com. Feel free to check out their website. I mean, I've never met a charity or a nonprofit that does so much work like in the trenches, in the fields. So feel free to go ahead and donate, guys. Like, I absolutely love that place. I want to go back to my alma mater and be a speaker for the whole school. I want to own a private jet. I want to tip a waitress $500. I want to be a keynote speaker at a conference or a huge event. I want to build my own house, right? I want to help at least 50 people become financially free. I want to have a vacation at least every other month with my loved ones, right? With my girlfriend, et cetera, et cetera. I want to buy a 488 Ferrari Spider. That's been a dream car of mine for a while. I want to be a billionaire, right? Get married, right? So anything along with health, wealth, love, and happiness that you want to get accomplished in the next 50 years, or not 50 years, 50 things that you want to get done in your lifetime, health, wealth, love, and happiness. Write it down, all right? Write it down. So I'll go ahead and hope I gave you guys enough questions and give you some of my own examples for you guys to be able to write your own 50. But I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to pause the video and literally just finish this out, right? Finish this out. So I'm going to wait 5 seconds, and then that should give you guys enough time to pause the video. Or if you're, have super fast handwriting, you should be able to get it done. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So once you have those 50 things done, here's what I want you to do. Here's the next step in the exercise. I want you to go through every single 50 things, right? One by one. And I'm going to have you write either a 1, a 3, a 5, or a 10. 10. And what I mean by that is next to it, you're going to write, I can get this done possibly realistically in 1 year. That's what a 1 means. Or I can get this done realistically in 3 years. That's what a 3 means. So for example, when I said buy a Tesla, I put 1 because genuinely myself and Sam are looking for one right now. Like, we've got the money, like we've got one picked out, and we're trying to just figure out the right dealer, right? So that's a 3, right? You realistically think you can get it done within 3 years. So between now and 2021, late 2021, you can get it done. Or write a 5, and obviously that means you can get it done within 5 years, which means you can get it done before late 2023. So December 5th of 2023. And obviously, if you have a 10 down, that means it's more long-term. It's 10 plus. You wish to get it done sometimes in your lifetime, right? So for me, owning the Chicago Bulls is a 10, right? I want to get that done within my lifetime, right? It doesn't have to be 5. Probably won't be 3 or 1, right? Possibly 5. You never know, right? Like, work hard, grind. You never know what happens. But possibly 5, but more realistically, a 10, right? So be realistic with yourself in terms of going down. I know a lot of people who the motivational tapes say like, oh, be realistic, be realistic. Don't be realistic, right? Don't be realistic. But for the sake of the exercise, I want you to just kind of deeply and genuinely think like, man, like, realistically speaking, I could get this done. I visualize myself getting this done within 3 years. So I'll go ahead and give you time. I'll give you guys 5 seconds for you guys to be able to write numbers next to all 50 things. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, give you guys time to pause the video and write that down. Hope you're having fun. I mean, I hope you're having fun with this exercise so far, right? Hope you're having fun. So, okay. So here's what I want you guys to do. So I want you to kind of observe the amount of 1s, 3s, 5s, and 10s that you've written down on the piece of paper. And this in itself is an exercise. But what I want you guys to do is tally up your 1s and 3s, right? and then tally up your 5s and 10s. Right. So this is in itself an exercise, and I call this the mental weakness exercise. And if you have way more 1s and 3s, that means you should probably train yourself a little bit to start thinking more long term and also more bigger picture. Right. Because again, we don't know where our mess ups kind of come from. It kind of just hits us from nowhere. And if you're a 5 to 10 guy, right, more of a big picture thinker, train yourself to kind of pay attention more to the details, focus on the short-term goals, the here and now, right? And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a 5 to 10 guy, right? Or when I started 4 years ago, I was definitely a 5 to 10 guy. I was like, man, like I dreamed big. I was like, man, I'm gonna be a billionaire. I'm gonna own the Bulls, et cetera, right? Like I dream big. And I had to train myself to kind of like, all right, like what about money now, right? Like I'm struggling to eat here. Like how about money now, right? So yeah, it's just to kind of observe and kind of just tally up, you know, what you've got and like, all right, what do I have to work on here, right? So here's what I want you to do. So you're going to have what's called your IPAs, your 5 IPAs. IPAs stand for income producing activities, right? Again, IPA, income producing activity, or you can use MMA, money making activities, right? So a lot of my buddies use MMA. I like IPA, MMA, doesn't matter, but they both say the same thing. Income producing activity, money making activity does not matter, right? Income producing activity, right? Does not matter. So you're going to see all your 1s and 3s, right? And again, this has, you know, maybe it has something to do with money, but this genuinely affects your overall being, right? And I'm a believer, which, you know, if you develop your core, you develop your very essence of your being, right? Health, wealth, love, and happiness. It intertwines. All of it's intertwined. It's all interconnected. Like I know when I have personal issues or personal battles, my business suffers too because I'm not at my best. I'm not performing at my peak. I know, for instance, if I don't do something fun or I don't go on like a vacation in the 3 months, like I'm gonna tear my hair out. Like I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so like, you know, like what am I doing this for? So like I like to throw in like a ski trip or, you know, get away with my girlfriend or, you know, even like a business training trip in like LA or Miami with Sam or just myself. I like to throw that in there. All right. So rally up all your 1s and 3s. All right. And I want you to pick, you know, 1s and 3s. I want you to pick 3 of them that has to do with financial and 1 that has to do with kind of just overall life and happiness. 1 that has to do with something along the lines of like health, right? And I want you to figure out the 5 things that you need to do every single day that's going to make that happen. For example, right? And again, I know a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of investors are watching this. So let's say you're a real estate investor, right? If you're a real estate investor, right, I want your IPA, one of your 5 IPAs you're going to do every single day, most likely is going to be something along the lines of like, you know, spend an hour researching something about real estate investing, right? So based on what you're good at, what you're understanding your investor ID, what you specialize in. So for example, mine is macroeconomics and multifamily investing. That's my bread and butter. That's my niche, right? Now, am I still good at other things? Yeah, sure, right? I do fix and flips all around the country, right? But that's your niche. So I would start off with your niche. What is your niche? And it's not what you necessarily like to do. It's not necessarily what you're interested in, but what do you feel like you're good at? Right. So for me, I'm a big picture guy. So I know naturally I'm going to be a duck in water, right? Quack, quack, right? Get it? So naturally I'm going to be a duck in water studying macroeconomics because macroeconomics oftentimes, I'm not saying it's the direct correlation, but oftentimes affects multifamily investing way more, especially when you're dealing with 30, 40, 50, even 80, 90 unit apartment complexes, right? Macroeconomics going to affect the multifamily game a lot more oftentimes than just your single family units, right? So I like to study macroeconomics and apartment complex investing. I spend an hour a day doing that. And again, if you're looking for somebody to be your mentor, etc., check the description. Go to the kwakbrothers.com. We have all sorts of resources for us to bring value and help you out, even at a low cost, right? Okay, so figure that out. 1 to 3, what do you want to get accomplished in 1 to 3? So I'll give you guys my example, right? So a lot of my 1 to 3s, right, if we're going to just take the financial ones, was stuff like buy a Tesla or donate $10,000 or, do this, do that. So let me actually get you the real whatever. Okay, so like let me give you a fitness one. So my fitness one was to be able to squat 245 10 times. So right now, right, I weigh 155 pounds. I probably squat 245 twice, right? I mean, 3 times if like, I'm feeling it, right? But right now I squat probably 245 only like twice. And I know some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, that's like my warm up weight. Uh, but that's right now. And I'm pretty proud of myself because, I mean, believe it or not, about 4 years ago when I was in college, I had a major case of stomach ulcers. And I actually dropped like 45 pounds in 10 days. And I weighed 118 my freshman year when I was in college. And I couldn't even, I don't even think I could squat like 100 pounds. It was pretty embarrassing. All right. So 245 times 10. So that means every single day I'm going to go to the gym and, I'm not going to work out my legs every single day, but I'm going to dedicate research towards what's best. And I had a really good fitness coach tell me that legs, you probably want to do once or twice a week. Right. And if I'm really looking to increase my squat, I probably should do it twice a week, which means that every time I work out legs, I'm going to squat, right? I'm going to, right, try and increase the weight and really push myself. So that's one of mine. So my IPAs, right, being able to squat ×2 or bench 185 or get to 6% body fat. Okay, what does that mean? What do I do every single day? I eat, right? So if I want to get to 6% body fat, right, I got to look at my diet. I'm going to eat certain foods every single day, or I'm going to neglect fatty foods every single day. That's going to help me get to 6% body fat. Let's talk about financial because that's what we're here to do. So a big thing that I have, right, in 3 years, one of my 3-year category is raise 100 million for my fund. So for those of you guys that have watched other videos, you guys know I want to start an opportunity fund in 2 years. And I have a very specific strategy in a specific way in which I'm going to make money and help my investors make money. I've been working on that for the last 2 years. But I want to raise $100 million for the fund. So what's my IPA? That means my IPA is I'm going to reach out to somebody new every single day that could possibly be my potential lender, right? So that's a very specific activity. Reach out to somebody that I think would be a good lender every single day. That's my IPA. And the concept of an IPA is you literally doing something like this is your minimum. So I don't care, like even if you're sick, right? Like obviously if you're like severely sick, don't do it. But even times when I get like a cold, right, and I'm not able to work, I'm in bed, I still do my IPAs because it's literally the minimum thing that I do every single day that helps me get to my goal. So one of my IPAs is reach out to somebody new. Another one of my IPAs is work out. I work out every single day. I think in the last 4 years, right, since I used to be really skinny, right, I was motivated, so to speak, right. I missed, I think, like 3 days in the last 4 years. But even during Christmas, and thankfully I go to a gym that's open 24/7 every single day, right? Kind of fits along with this theme here, right, of IPA. But yeah, I missed like I think 3 times in the last 4 years. But I go to the gym every single day. Now, are all those days like super great workouts? No, right? I have days where I literally just go and I just do the bare minimum, right? But I know I have to put my muscles to work. Otherwise, obviously, it goes where, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So I literally just go do the minimum weight. I'll just do my warm-up weight, just go high reps, and I'll literally just do what it takes just to get a pump, right? Because I know I want my muscles to get to work. I don't want to lose those muscles. So I give you a fitness example, give you a financial example. Okay, let's say you want to make a passive income of $10,000 a month, right? Because I know a lot of people watching our videos are real estate investors. Let's reverse engineer what your IPA is going to have to be. And for this exercise, you have to genuinely put time and effort to figuring out what are things you're going to do every single day. These habits are what's going to literally mold you and make you. If you have poor habits or you kind of just half-ass this, like you're going to do exactly that for your income stream or for your real estate business or for your health or for your et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So let's reverse engineer. Let's say that you want to make $10,000 a month passively every single month. All right. So what is it that you want to do? Right. And a lot of people think owning rental properties and having a property management company Guys, like I own a management company. I own 75, 76 doors, right? There's still things I have to do to make sure my buildings are, I mean, it's still a business. Like you have to put time towards your business. It's still a business. Like it's not easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? There's still things you have to do so it's not truly passive in a sense of the word, right? But let's say you want to have, even $5,000, $10,000 a month coming in every single month from real estate, right? And if you want $10,000 a month coming through real estate, you're probably gonna want like around 40 to 50 doors. Right? A good 50 doors should get you around $10,000 a month in real estate investing passively. And again, it depends on how you structure the deal, which if you want to learn how to structure deals, feel free to check out our other videos. There's a breakdown that I did a YouTube stream about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, where I break down a 20-unit deal that I'm doing right now, doing a 20-unit deal. It's going to should cash flow around $5,000 a month for me. But anyways, so you reverse engineer. So figure out, so in order to get those 50 doors, what do you have to do, to get 50 units? And by 50 doors, it could mean, 50 houses. It could mean, 2 apartment complexes at 25 units, right? If you want to get a safer, I would recommend getting houses because in my experience, I found single family tenants are easier to manage than apartment complex tenants, right? So 50 doors, reverse engineer. What do you have to do? Okay, so you're gonna have to figure out people. You're gonna have to figure out knowledge and education. You're gonna have to figure out tools and resources. That's usually my 3 go-to things when it comes to, all right, this is what you need to do if you need to make success in real estate. So every single day, you're either gonna reach out to somebody new that's gonna help you get towards those 50 doors, right? You're going to learn something new that's going to help you get those 50 doors, or you're going to raise the money or figure out more resources for you to get those doors. Now, if you want to get specific on what you need to do specifically every single day out of those 3, right? The tools and resources, knowledge and education, or the people and guidance, check out the Kwak Brothers YouTube channel, right? Maybe it's watching one of our videos every single day. Maybe it's, spending 30 minutes watching our videos every single day to help you increase your knowledge and also the people aspect, because you have an opportunity to reach out to me and also my brother. So maybe it's watching our videos every single day that's going to help you succeed, help you get to that $10,000 a month in passive income. So that's really the key, figuring out your 5 IPAs, and comment down below, right? Let's help each other out. I really want to create a YouTube mastermind community in every single comment section. And guys, like I'm a advocate in YouTube. Like I watch YouTube all the time, but it breaks my heart, and it kind of makes me sad that 99% of the time in the comment section, in all the other videos, it's so negative, right? People are getting in fights, like they're literally saying whatever they want behind a keyboard, right? And it says in scripture all the time, right? Like love, right? Hate cannot, fire can't be, like hate cannot overcome hate, right? Only love can do that. So let's do something different. Let's create something different in the comment section below, where we literally support one another. We support each other's business. We show love for one another. And not only that, but we can help each other by actually giving each other good feedback, like genuine good feedback. So not only saying like, oh, you suck. Okay, like why do you say that? Like, is it because of this? Is it because of that? Like, what can he do to become better, right? So name your 5 IPAs in the comment section below. Let's help each other out. Let's give each other good feedback. And if there's something that you want me to give feedback on, put that on the comment below too. I read all the comments just to give you guys value, right? If you have any questions for me down below during this exercise, feel free to comment again below. I'll reply and see what I can do for you. All right, guys. My name is Daniel Kwak. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Well, hello there. You made it to the end of this video. Congratulations. And that probably means that you like our video and you love what we did. So be sure, if you want to get more information, more YouTube videos from us about real estate investing, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to make sure that you get notifications on our future videos about real estate investing.